away. It was incredible.
You want me to read? You want me to read this? Have you read it? You read this bit on the script? Sounds crackers. This is this genuine? This. Okay. Next up, A Monster Calls. It's a drama about a small boy's adventures with a tree in his garden. Yes. Didn't have enough money for a climbing frame then, clearly, but all the memories of the tree, they frighten him from when he was young. The child's mother is terminally ill, and one night she is visited by a monster in the form of a giant anthropometric yew tree. Well, you know, she's not the only one to have been visited by a yew tree. I mean, check out any celebrity from the 70s. They know what that's about. And the tree comes along and states that it's going to tell Connor, who's the name of the boy, 3 stories. I'm utterly confused, everyone, but it's a co-production between Spain, the United Kingdom and the United States. So, you know, maybe there is hope after Brexit. But check it out. It's an absolute classic. It's a wonderful piece of theatre. So please go along. A Monster Calls. Fabulous.
Look. You see that tree, Connor? That's a yew tree. You and I will never be as old as that tree, Con. It's ancient.
I do not often come walking, boy, only for matters of life and death.
We used to be friends.
Yeah, used to be. Until you got such a big mouth.
Connor! Connor, will you wait?
I will tell you 3 tales, and when I have finished, you will tell me a 4th. And it will be the truth, your truth. The one that you hide, Connor O'Malley. The one you are most afraid of.
Go away! Next up, it's Strictly star Giovanni Pernice. I think I've said that wrong. I wasn't very good at languages at school. Giovanni Pernice. He's not French, he's Italian, isn't he? Giovanni Pernice. 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 Sounds like a caravan, doesn't it? The Swift Pernice. Anyway, Giovanni, he's going on tour. He's doing a rundown of the musical numbers and tunes that inspired him. The songs, the dances, the things that made him who he is today, you know. And I've thought about doing a similar thing. Mine would be the Birdie Dance, the one which is Superman, and in terms of songs, anything by Black Lace. So yeah, go and check it out. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. There'll be some fantastic moves, and you know, I don't know what time it starts. Probably 7, I would imagine. But check it out.
Yeah, we're in London doing a photo shoot for next year's show. This is me. As you can see, it's going to be completely different because this time I got tail suits, something that you haven't seen it before. Darlings. So come and watch it. Mwah!
Next up, it's a story for all you perverts. Lady Chatterley, A Habit of Art. It's the story of a high-class woman from a posh part of society. Thank you. Just having a Rita. Perfect timing. Oh, and a bag of crisps as well. I've got to eat. Lady Chatterley. Of course, the famous story. The woman from high-class society who falls in love with her staff, the gardener. Yeah, we all remember that. It was banned for obscenity, the use of four-letter words, steamy sex scenes. But all I remember is that the man was a very talented gardener. If you're a fan of gardening or sex, or combining the two together, then go along. It's got some of the most beautifully trimmed privet hedges I've ever seen on stage. Lady Chatterley, A Habit of Art. Go check it out.
We start in the trenches in 1917, which you might not expect from reading the book. There's a lot of action in the play, as well as emotional connection, emotional turmoil as well.
The story is about a woman called Connie who marries into this sort of very higher upper class family. And then her marriage changes dramatically because of something that happens in the war and her husband's paralysed.
She's finding her life a bit stifling and society a bit boring and a bit bourgeois, and so she starts an affair with the gamekeeper on the estate who sort of offers her something completely different.
It's a sort of constant reminder of how the war affected everybody's life, not just those men who served, but those people who were at home as well, like Lady Chatterley.
It's very emotionally driven. It's about connection to other human beings. It's actually a play about hope and about honesty, so I think people will enjoy that.
I hope audiences are completely blown away by it. I hope that they feel exhausted at the end, like they've been through something quite intense.
I like that it has moments of lightness and humour, and I think that really makes the moments of darkness and emotion even more felt and have even more depth.
If you've read the book or seen an adaptation, I would come and see this version because I think it will surprise you.
Hello, just having a crisp bread. Lovely, lovely. Underrated as a snack, these. Bit of cheese, bit of pickle, beautiful. Our next production, or next clip, is Cinderella from the Northern Ballet. Now, I don't think it's a Northern Cinderella. I don't think, you know, walking around going, "Help, Cinders, is they going to that palace or what? They'll never fit that foot in this slipper." Yeah, I think it's just a Northern, but I don't think all the cast are Northern, you know, because that wouldn't absolutely make sense at all, would it? But it's Cinderella. We all know what it's about. It's a classic tale, isn't it? Cinderella, ugly sisters, a prince, a glass slipper, pumpkins, midnight cut-offs. It's a classic. And that comes to all theatres soon. You're going to have fun watching that. It's a fun one for all the family, isn't it? It's a classic story. Take the kids along. Next up, it's Holes, a production for all the family that sounds ruder than it is. Stanley Yelnats is a man who can't catch a break and has been accused of a crime he hasn't committed. I know how he feels. I'm often accused of leaving the toilet seat up and leaving strange smells in the bathroom when there's absolutely no evidence it was me. But that's coming to the theatres soon. Do check it out. It's meant to be fantastic. Live music, scary puppets, and kids love a little bit of fear. Just a little bit. Nothing to leave them traumatised and requiring years of therapy. So this is on the safer side of that. But go and check it out. Holes! Sounds incredible. Sounds intriguing. Go and check it out, guys.
I'm Adam. I'm the director of Holes.
And I'm Lizzie. I play Kissing Kate Barlow in Holes.
Holes is the story of Stanley Yelnats, who gets falsely accused of stealing a pair of sneakers and gets sent to Camp Green Lake in the Texan desert, where he discovers not everything is as it should be. So I read it years ago, and then I saw the movie and loved that too. And I always thought it would work beautifully on stage. It's so theatrical, such a good story, there's great characters, so I just knew that if I loved it, then there would be an audience out there for it.
We use puppets of the yellow-spotted lizard, of the rattlesnake. We've got balloons of pigs. We've got flying lights in jam jars. It's really exciting and visceral and fun.
The story is a fable, really, so it lends itself to theatricality. So if you love the novel and you love the film, then you'll love the play, because it's all the familiar characters, Stanley Yelnats, Zero, the Warden, Mr. Sir, they're all there. But it's also surprising the ways that, with the creative team and the actors, we've managed to represent certain moments of the plot on stage. There are surprises, that's what I'll say. The themes of Holes are friendship, love, staying true to who you are. There's something for everybody in the production. Doesn't matter how young or how old you are, you'll love the show.
3, 2, 1, Holes!
You see, I could write an opera.
You're in there.
The 5 to 8 shift of being a parent, mealtime, bath time, bedtime, that's like Vietnam for any parent. You could do an opera over that. In fact, that's my idea. I'm getting something out of this thing that I've done today. We're going to do an opera called 5 to 8 shift. And it's going to have parents trying to get their kids into bed.
Bath time.
Bath time, the opera.
Yeah.
Bath time, the opera. We've run out of bubble bath.
Thanks for helping with all that. Are you free next week to do the same thing?
Again?
Yeah, I'll pick you up.
No, I thought this was a one-off, Steve. I mean, anyway, I can't. I'm being bundled into a boot for ITV. So.
Is that a new series?
Bundled into a boot.